Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel where we bring you the finest selection of bedtime stories for children. Have you ever looked up into the night sky and wondered about all the twinkling lights so far away? Stars of different shapes, colors, and sizes can be seen from Earth, but they are so distant that they appear as a blanket of light covering the darkness of the universe. One such star, a little star named Nova, was tiny compared to the other stars in her galaxy. She would look at the beautiful, bright stars surrounding her and feel sad. She wished she could shine like them, but because of her size, she thought it was impossible. One day, the little star was having another pity party, thinking about how little she shone, when suddenly she heard a familiar voice. "What are you doing?" asked the bright yellow star next to her. "I wish I could shine brighter," replied Nova sadly. "That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard," said the yellow star, laughing. "You're a star. Of course you're going to shine. It's what we do." "But I don't shine very much," Nova said quietly. The yellow star stopped laughing. "You may not shine brightly now, but you could if you wanted to," he said mysteriously. "How do you know?" asked Nova. "Because there is a place in the universe where stars go to get light. It is known as the Cradle of Light. And if you get there before sunset, you can take as much light as you want." With that, the yellow star zoomed off, leaving Nova alone with her thoughts. Nova pondered the yellow star's words. Could she really become a shining star if she went to this Cradle of Light? If that was true, then why didn't all the stars shine brightly? Nova decided to find out, so she began zooming through the cosmos, flying past huge swaths of stars, constellations, and planets. After flying for a while, Nova started to get worried. What if the yellow star was lying to her? What if there was no Cradle of Light? Just then, she saw a beautiful blue planet with white clouds, and just below it, nestled between some dark rocks, was a small, unassuming star. Nova approached the star cautiously. "Excuse me," she said, "but have you seen a yellow star around here? He told me that there was a place called the Cradle of Light nearby, where I could get lots of light." The little star looked at Nova for a moment. "Ah, yes, I know him," she said. "He likes to play tricks on little stars who listen to him. There is no Cradle of Light." "Oh," said Nova, disappointed. "Thank you anyway." Then she turned to leave. "Wait," said the little star. "If you want, you can come with me to get some light. We can fly to the moon and take some of her glow." Nova couldn't believe her ears. "Are you sure?" she asked. "Of course," said the little star. "Let's go." Together they flew to the moon. When they got closer, they saw that the moon was very dim and sad. "Why aren't you shining?" asked Nova. "I don't know," the moon said sadly. "I used to shine brightly, but somehow I've lost my glow, and now the whole universe is shrouded in darkness. I'm sorry." Nova felt bad for the moon, so she told the little star, "We're taking some of your light." The little star agreed, and together they began sucking the light out of the moon. At first, it didn't seem like anything was happening, but slowly the moon began to glow a little brighter, and Nova began to shine too. "I feel so much better now," said the moon, smiling at them. "You're welcome," said Nova, surprised at how good it felt to help someone. "It was my pleasure," added the little star. Just then, a large black cloud covered the face of the moon, plunging them into total darkness. "Oh dear," said Nova. "What do we do now? You can't shine without any light." The little star looked up at the cloud and said, "That cloud has swallowed up all of our light. If we don't do something, the entire universe will be plunged into eternal darkness." "What do we do?" Nova asked frantically. "We need to find a new source of light," the little star replied, looking all around them. I see a bright star over there, she said, pointing with her light. Maybe we can take some of his light. So they shot off towards the bright star. When they got close, they saw that it was even bigger and more brilliant than they had imagined. Wow, whispered Nova. I hope he'll let us take some of his light. They knocked on the star's surface and waited. Just then, a deep voice boomed. Who's there? It's me, said the little star. We were wondering if you could spare some of your light. The moon has lost her glow and the universe is in darkness. The big star laughed. I have so much light I can spare a little. Come in. The little star and Nova flew into the star and were blinded by the immense brightness. Here, said the big star, handing them 2 small balls of light. Take these. Thank you, said Nova, taking the light in her hands. Suddenly a thought struck her. Wait a minute, she said. You're giving away your light so that we can use it to make the moon shine again. Why are you doing this? Because I have so much light, it doesn't matter if I give some away. The big star replied. I always have enough to share. Touched by the big star's generosity, Nova and the little star took the light and flew back to the moon. As they neared the moon, the cloud that had been blocking her face suddenly disappeared. A bright beam of light shot out from behind the cloud, striking the moon directly. The moon shone brightly again and beamed at the 2 little stars. I am so happy now, she said. Thank you both so much. Then she winked at Nova and said, You know, Nova, you have a gift. You have the ability to make other stars shine. Nova was shocked. Me? She asked. Yes, said the moon. You brought the light from the big star to me, and now I can shine again. You may be a small star, Nova, but you can still make a big difference in the universe. Nova couldn't believe what the moon had told her. She had never thought of herself as anything special. She was just a little star in a big universe, or so she thought. But now she realized that she was wrong. She was special in her own way, and she didn't even know it. As Nova looked out at the universe, she knew that she didn't need to be the biggest or the brightest star to make a difference. She just needed to be herself. And that was enough. From that day on, Nova became known throughout the universe as the brave little star, who helped the moon regain her glow. She continued to shine her light brightly, knowing that even the smallest star can make the biggest difference. And that, my little ones, is the story of the brave little star who helped the moon regain her glow. Remember, no matter how small you are, you can always make a big difference in the world. Now it's time for bed. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss an exciting adventure. Sweet dreams, little ones. Until next time.